Hello everyone and welcome back for episode 4 of our Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the Pentastar alignment in the Art of War GC. In the last episode, we tried to engage the Empire of the Hand over at Bilbringi, but it looks like we just weakened them enough for the Imperial Remnant to come in and take the planet. So they're probably not super well established down there anyways, which means that we could possibly go in there and take that from them, but it does mean that we'd be cutting off the main access point between the Empire of the Hand and the Imperial Remnant, who we kind of want to be fighting a bit. So I don't know if we'll end up actually doing that. One thing I do want to say is that between episodes, I have added in the XQ station, which is going to be available to both the Pentastar alignment and the New Republic. So we're going to build one of those over at Yaga Minor, because that seems to be taking a lot of attacks from the Empire of the Hand, so we can see that a little bit. I'll build one at Generis as well, and at Cauron. So these are essentially, they're kind of similar to the Golem 1 in overall power, but they're more focused on their fighter reserves. And the other thing that I should say is between episodes, there were a few other changes made that we're starting to get into some work that may make the save not work. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is splitting off into a separate file or a separate folder for the version I'm recording on, and then I'll only be putting in the changes from the main build that I'm 100% sure will not cause problems going forward. Like there's some AI changes I'm making, and there's some story event changes that Pox made. My stuff would, if it doesn't end up loading, would end up causing the AI not to work for the rest of the playthrough, which wouldn't be good. Like even if the AI, if the changes themselves work, if the game doesn't load them properly into the save, that can be an issue. And with what Pox did, he changed some of the events around, like some of the, not events as in things that happen, but like story events as in the technical things that are set up in the code that are used on the back end for things like single unit retreat and boarding. So if we still kept going forward in the main repository, either I wouldn't be able to work on the most current version of the mod, which would be kind of bad for us getting to a point where we can actually release it, or things would start breaking the playthrough. So I'm just going to split it off, put in the things that I'm 100% sure will work, and talk about the rest of it too. But we're going to get into it again here. So we got kind of pushed off Arunda. Wow, looks like the Remnant really doesn't want us to be here either. This is a much more balanced assault force they seem to have. I'm not sure if they'll bring everything down though. So let's see what they do. We'll have to rely a lot on our turrets. Obviously we lost any, I don't think we had any actual units garrisoned here when the Empire of the Hand came, but no, he didn't. Never mind. All of our armies are over in the east end, on the east side.
Reporting.
Let's get these guys over here.
Ready, sir.
So anything like map changes will probably work. It's just more stuff on the script side and AI side that tends to not work.
Awaiting orders.
So it shouldn't really impact much of what you're seeing. It's just we'll be able to get some of the extra work done a bit faster. And that means you guys will get the mod faster. I don't remember if I talked about this last time. We made some changes. We talked about some changes internally to how we were going to structure the release, but that's going to be covered in the Era 5 breakdown. The text version of which and the video version of which should be coming next week, ideally. Like next Friday. Or this Friday, not next Friday. The next Friday that we're going to be on. Upcoming Friday.
Ready.
I'm never sure how to say that. Like,
Right away, sir.
If it's Sunday and you say next Monday, would most people take that to be the next Monday that happens, which would be the day after the current day? Or is it going to be taken as like the Monday of next week, which is the following week, technically?
Spread out, men. Fall out, troops. Avoiding fire.
Then there's some people who incorrectly think that Monday or Sunday isn't the start of the week. So you get into that whole issue. It's just such a complicated thing, weekdays.
Open fire.
Alright. Where are our infantry?
Orders received. Attack position. Moving to position. Yes, sir.
Oh, Novus.
Affirmative.
Walk on him.
Moving ahead.
Walk on him.
Move out. Right away.
Walk their armor right off. Okay, that's the problem. I'm gonna record that on my whiteboard. Okay, so there's still another company going down there. They are much better soldiers than our
Let's move out.
stormtroopers. No offense to the
that.
stormtroopers, but
Fall out.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
okay.
Spreading out. Affirmative. Target confirmed.
Roger that. Target in range.
Moving to secondary position.
Let's move out.
Can't just run away from us like that.
Let's go. Keep going.
Moving to secondary position.
This way.
I told you, you can't just run away from us like that. Well, I guess one of the death clones that they use is actually the stormtrooper death clone. Probably the explosion one.
Form up.
That makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I know why it's happening.
Awaiting orders.
I really don't want to
Over
have to
there.
go find them.
Transfer
Report
coordinates.
order acknowledged.
Heading to coordinates. Going there now.
We'll back you up.
Moving to position.
We'll cover you.
Moving to target.
All right, men. Take cover.
Attacking now.
Support order acknowledged.
Attack!
ATPTs are so large in the mod. That needs to change.
Enemy targeted.
Uh-oh.
Copy.
Turret has been sold. Turret constructing.
I copy. Let's go.
Probably gonna have to give up some vision here. They have more IDTs?
Sensor node has been sold.
Let's recapture that.
Reporting. Keep going.
Recapture that one, because I'm gonna trade some of the AA for
Construction
Moving
complete.
ahead.
AV. Okay, those were fairly weak. Sentry tanks weren't, though.
Order acknowledged.
Turret
Yes,
constructing.
Commander.
Turret has been sold.
One of the things I'm trying to do with vehicles is probably make them
I
a
copy.
little more
Move
durable
out.
and sort of change the
away.
pace of ground
Providing
battles a little bit.
backup.
Turret constructing.
Because right now everything just sort of starts shooting and then it all blows up, which
Yes, sir.
was good when we were essentially trying to make land battles not
Heading
a
out.
thing, like just make them as quick and painless to get through.
Construction complete.
But now we're a bit more focused on actually improving them instead of just
complete.
trying to
Fall out.
Right behind
Let's
you.
move out.
mitigate how long you end up spending in them.
Let's go. Keep going.
Come on, man, this way.
Okay, AT-AT. And there's still the sentry tanks. We haven't
Attack
seen
that
them.
target. Attacking target.
We'll back you up.
Fire at will.
We'll cover you.
Attacking.
I mean, you should really just keep attacking us. You'll be fine.
Ready. Targeting.
Reporting.
Ready.
Awaiting orders. This way. Ready. Advance. There they are. Over there.
Alright. No, get back. Well, or don't. Still brought him into range.
Yes,
Not a
sir.
big deal. And we've got another 2 right here, so. What else do we really need to destroy?
Squad, move out.
Well, let's rebuild this. Just get it
Turret has been sold.
Right away,
back to
sir.
full.
Turret constructing.
Yeah, I think they're
Reporting
gonna
in.
take the planet.
Squad, advance. Move out.
So many different fights for Arunda. Yeah,
Hyper velocity gun destroyed.
the AT-AT can outrange any of it.
System lost.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so
Constructing.
I build that there. We're gonna get
Building under construction.
HV guns
Shield
over
generator
here.
Constructing.
Means we're kind of low on a lot of the stuff we needed to build. Let's get our fleet in here.
Tactical battle imminent.
Actually, I don't think we can win this with just the HV gun. I should have just canceled the building on the XQ and the station and gotten those credits back. Oh well. I thought we had at least a level 2 or 3 station here, but I just remembered that I just queued up the level 2, so we don't. But we've got our main fleet coming in. If we can at least take out one of the heroes. You can hit the HV gun shot in Fog of War if you're able to mouse over the unit. Which I think is kind of dumb.
Bomber squadron.
That is just how Empire or be.
There they are. Blast them.
Okay, we don't need to scout it out anymore. What we hit near is... That's probably going to be the hardest unit to actually destroy, because that's like 4 HV gun shots.
Gun available.
I'd rather hit Park, because I think we might be able to actually destroy it. Because that's what, 2-3 shots, I think?
Our space station is under attack.
Setting up my run, sir.
The fighters can distract it.
Available.
Sir, I've detected.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
And we're not going to be taking as much damage on this station.
Bombers at the ready. Bombs away. Bombs deployed. After the stragglers.
Regen a little bit.
Ready for
We
action.
just need one more.
Ready to
I'm not going to buy the
receive orders.
upgrades.
For the Empire.
Nah, I think they got it.
We have been
Well,
defeated.
we're going to have our main fleet with Kaine flying in right here. There's going to be those 3 heroes. We have... not just a Reaper, but we have an Interdictor.
Construction complete.
So if we get here before they leave, and they probably won't leave, yeah.
Tactical battle imminent.
Hey, this will be a good help towards defeating that big fleet. It won't do anything against the 12 other capital ships they had in that fleet, but it takes out some of their best combat bonuses.
Reinforcement available.
Okay.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's just bring Kaine in right
Enemy has been
here.
spotted.
We're not going to bring in Otro. Wait, is he the Secutor or is he... No, just Vindicator guy. Don't need
Reinforcements
that. Let's get
canceled.
a Cursor in there. Get an ISD in there. I'm going to bring in Party Starter a little further back.
Sir.
And let's get a Secutor in.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements
control.
cancelled. At
Navigating.
maximum unit capacity.
Alright, Park's going to fly right into us.
Interceptor squad reporting.
You guys...
Regroup. Losing
I can just
losing control.
get everything to focus on him. It'll be fine.
Switch position.
And if they do try to get away, we'll use the retreat, or the Interdictor. But who's going to get there first? Let's hit Arlani with that.
Awaiting your orders.
Roger that.
Go.
Copy.
Retreat aborted.
Form up. I have the target
Awaiting your
in
command.
sight.
Gun them down.
Falling out of formation. Sir, awaiting orders.
Okay.
Your command.
Gotta get up there, and Neerez really doesn't want to come near the Executor. I wouldn't want to either, but that's what they get for attacking with so little, just because they didn't see a defense force there. I think they attacked with like literally the minimum that they'd be allowed to.
Maximum firepower.
Because heroes, the hero units sort of count for more in their calculations, I'm pretty sure.
Commander. We've got them on scopes. Our target priority is the laser cannons. The lasers
Okay.
are our target.
Unable to shake them.
Hypervelocity gun
Intercepted.
available. Hypervelocity cannon firing.
It's too late to leave now. I mean, you can't leave at all. You can just sort of get farther down the
Take out
map.
the iron cannons.
But, you know.
Captain on deck.
Enemies in Copy. Squadron moving out.
He's coming around.
Alright. There's a lot of their heroes gone.
What are your orders? Attacking. Launch full volley. Adjust and fire.
Changing course to intercept.
So one of the things we really want to do with the AI is change how they use fighters. Whether that involves just directly telling them what to do in a more in something tied to the unit, or editing the actual AI script, it works either way. But just sort of making the bombers, interceptors, and fighters always want to do a certain type of thing, rather than the kind of random scouting that they do in the base game. So what I do want to get done first is I want to check those XQs. Here we're going to have to requeue the station and everything, which is, unfortunately, we could have saved money there, but it'll all work out. It'll be fine. What we can do, we can take some of these other Zinj planets. I'm not sure how far in we want to go. What we can either let the New Republic whittle them down a bit on these outer planets, because they're going to take DeSevero and Telos, it looks like, or Maldruid will. Same with Yavin if one of them controls it. One of the things that did stop working because of changes was the display planet script. That's what kind of prompted me to talk about that. But, oh, there we go. Which should normally tell you who controls any given planet. But yeah, Maldruid has taken that. Maldruid's grown quite a bit. So we'll leave Sereno and Farai Junction as a buffer zone between us, and I think we're going to send our fleet down to Exilla. Sereno, being a level 3 station, is good for them. Who do we have in this fleet? Let's see. First Strike, we have Achilles Hammer. We have Tomcat, Nemrith Knights, Kiwi Art, Stalwart, Hood, Hammer Time, Razgriz, and I think our only precursor patrons are still being built here, yeah. There are a few people that picked Praetors. Those are going to come into play in Era 2, and they're also very expensive, so I wouldn't be able to afford them just yet anyways. But Praetors are one of the few units for the Pentastar alignment that are Era locked for Era 2. We were, I think one of the things that's we were planning on having happen with some of the Warlord factions is changing what their Era stuff and tech stuff is tied to, because then we can give them some different ways to progress instead of following the normal Era tree. Like the Era 2 turn in Stars Align, which is their single Era GC that's based around them, happens when Kaine comes back, so you'd get access to the Praetor at that point. But we'll have to see if we decide to stick to that. It can get the problem there is it can get a bit confusing for some people if it's like 3 of the factions are all sort of tied in with each other and how they progress, and then there's these other ones that have these other events that tie into it. So we'd have to try to find different ways to make it a lot more obvious. I want to look at some of these lights. Oh, it has to be. Are in there. Looks like one of the blast decals on the tip there is showing when it shouldn't be. That could just be some of the skin details. Anyways.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, let's get a Praetor in there. Let's get our Grand Admiral in there as well. We're going to bring in a couple of our carriers. So we'll see who we have there. Let's get some of the Architens in there. This is basically a Republic fleet is what we're going for right here.
Positioning.
On our way.
We have Nemrith Knights, we have Stalwart, and this is probably Hood, or Kiwi Art. Hood is
Get behind them.
right here.
Thrawn reporting. Of course.
Let's move them in a little bit more. We still have a couple open slots. Architens are actually fairly powerful. They're a lot more powerful than you'd think. They're probably OP right now.
Admiral Thrawn reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Right, let's get Eltabesk. Oh, she's supposed to be in Munificent, actually. Well, she's in a Munificent in Ascendancy, and we kind of want to keep that consistent, but let's get Precursor in here, and we'll send Raspberries in there as well. I doubt we'll need an interdictor for this. There's nothing we need to stop from leaving. If you want to stop the anti-fighter from doing anything to us, that would be probably best. But it's being blocked, so never mind.
Destroy the shield general.
Standing by.
Got them in my sights.
Loose missiles.
Nowhere to run.
Roger that. Formation. Moving to coordinates.
Alright. I've done a bit more thinking about the challenge mode that's come up a lot in the last few series, and I think I'm going to do that I'll start. It depends on when this playthrough finishes, but I was thinking about doing that after this playthrough, because we haven't done a from the ground up kind of playthrough yet, and that would be a one planet start situation. But the other thing I was thinking is that maybe I'd wait until 2.2 is out, because there's still plenty of stuff we can show off in 2.2 if I finish Art of War before we release. So once we're really just getting into developing the next build, the next version, even if it's just like a patch or something, there won't be as much to show off for a little while, which is the perfect opportunity to take something that's a bit more just like channel oriented, like that kind of challenge playthrough.
Yes, sir.
So
Bomber targeting.
that's probably the better way to do it. What do we have here?
Reporting.
Too small. Gilly's hammer
Awaiting orders.
What are your orders?
and Tomcat.
Carrick
Let's
en
get
route.
them into battle.
You have need of
Not
my
really much of a
skills?
battle to be
I already have
in
a
for them
plan.
anymore, but
Lasers are our target.
yeah, so
The enemy
I think that is the more likely way to do
I
it.
have calculated the possibilities.
Is wait until 2.2 is out and then have it start around the same time. But because it's actually going to be a lot of work and it'll involve messing up the mod files quite a bit in order to get that working. So,
I'll be there.
oop, there's
Building
literally
under
nothing built here.
construction.
Let's
Building
get
started.
that. Exilla is a pretty valuable planet. I think they've already probably got some... Yeah, they have one tax facility here. They have 2 HV guns. So I... Oh, right. Because they're not set up to use it yet. That's in some of the unsynced changes that I'm not using. So let's send it here.
Transmission received.
Construction complete.
How is this going to work for us?
Construction complete. Enlisting.
Let's get some regular defense forces on these planets, because it seems like we're going to be... This is going to be our border for a little while. Eventually we're going to go to Arunda, Araco, and Merkur when we have all this territory taken. And that'll have just the 3 entranceways down that way. But I do still want to get up to the transitory miss in general by the time... Probably, I think it's week 40 actually, so... We won't be in position for that.
Construction complete.
Let's see, what map is this? Alright, we can handle this, I think. Well, hold on. Can we get an ATTE yet? We don't have any... Oh, James wouldn't. Never mind. Where did I say our production facility was going to be? Or Tracy. There we go.
Building
Let's get that
under
built up there.
construction.
And Angst Minor... No, Cernpedal? Was that the other one? It can
Building
be.
under
Let's do that. We
construction.
don't need a hypervelocity gun at this planet anymore. Or Tracy... Yeah. I want to get a couple more heavy vehicles in here, because we're kind of lacking in that way. Mutilinst...
Building
Let's
started.
get that as well here. No, I think we're good. We're almost ready with that Bellator.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
So which one did we build first? We have Shunan's boat party. It doesn't need... That fleet doesn't have a lot of powerful stuff, but I think we're going to
Heading
send
destination.
that into this fleet. Oh, there we go. That is actually the Haven spawning, I think. Where is it? Yeah, transitory miss, control change from neutral to Hapen's Consortium. There'd also be Hapes, Terraphon, and Charuba. So I'm probably going to have to bump that event back a bit. One of the things we're trying to do, one of the reasons we're trying to use those kinds of events for the immersion factions is so that the more you progress through the galaxy, there's
Ready to
still
go.
some fairly fresh factions. There's some
Construction
dynamic stuff
complete.
that's going to keep everything
Construction
fresh, really.
complete.
I already used the word, but it's the appropriate word. So having it happen at week 40 like that, it probably doesn't help many of the factions in terms of their chances of
Tactical
actually
battle imminent.
getting it. So double HV guns. This... Oh, we have an XQ and double HV guns, so I think we can actually handle this. Alright, so we have our XQ platform here. It does have the rotate ability that the Golans have, but
Enemy fire
I mean, it's symmetrical and it's mostly about the fighters.
Copy.
So it isn't. But let's see
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Squadron standing by.
what we can do, because we also have those that raid fleet coming in, which is going to be pretty good for us. I'm not sure if the battle will end when we destroy all of their stuff, or if the raid fleet will have to be gone as well. We got the engines on that, so that's pretty lucky. I'm going to see if we can get the engines on everything.
Ready. Bombers proceeding.
But yeah, so this is more of a carrier-oriented thing. It's got a few weapons there. These are anti-fighter laser cannons on the tips here. And then you have 3 turbo laser emplacements up on the top. Nice lights on it. Unlike most things in the mod, this will continue spawning fighters, even after its fighters are gone. Like, it's supposed to only have a couple squadrons, but we upped it a little bit just to be as useful as we can make it. These guys need
Ready for battle.
need to
For
chill.
the Empire.
Okay. That's lucky. And this is the updated Home 1 model. Or, well, Home 1 model, but it's also
Getting a lock.
Target
Closing on target.
MC80 wing, or
Pursuing
Home 1
enemy
type.
forces.
Excellent shot.
Oh yeah, I should have just left it as a bed.
Ready for orders. Heading for attack position.
Taking him out.
Get behind them.
I got one.
That is a pretty big raid fleet. This is kind of why I want to make them proportional to the forces already on the map.
Narrowing position.
Which is something we haven't done for this version yet, obviously. I'm not sure if it'll end up being something we're able to do for this version, or if it'll end up having to be something that we do for the next version. But
Roger that.
if we try to base the amount of ships in the raid fleets on what's actually on the map,
Ready to receive orders.
it'd end up being a little bit better, because you could get, like, when the Haven show up, we could be safe having like a giant Haven Armada showing up, and we want to have a few more consequences. I'd like to tie them into the galactic map a bit more, so that there's something that actually happens based on them winning the battle even.
Engines are malfunctioning.
I don't know what this fighter's doing, like,
Under control.
it's just the squadron thing that's moving, it's not the actual fighters, I don't think, but
Comlink active.
Regroup.
so annoying. Make sure you guys finish this off before you come and kill us, please. And this one. Don't just come for me.
Roger that. Target the
They always want to
lasers.
prioritize the station, which is
Your position.
nice for them, but not so nice for me.
Blasted scum.
Hypervelocity gun available.
I've got him.
Let's finish him.
Maybe at this point I'd better help them. Well, we can just turn around and send our units up, but
I'm hit.
Nowhere to run.
you know what?
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Let's commit to finishing that.
Gravity controlled generator.
Probably gonna need to buff the HV gun a little bit.
Draw their fire.
Losing control.
Attack formation. Instructions received. Go after the stragglers.
Form up.
Squad.
Right
move in.
away. Awaiting
I'll take
orders.
care of this.
Copy. Moving out.
Getting a lock. Form up. Course set. Asteroids ahead. Evasive maneuvers.
I got
Hide.
position.
Heading out. Asteroid
Hide.
field ahead. Take evasive action.
Hypervelocity gun available. Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Okay. Those fighters die, we win. Like, the raid fleet is technically winning. So I'd like to have some sort of thing in where there's more of an impact on the galactic map from that happening, rather than me just losing all my stuff,
Construction.
which is something of an impact. But not the most impactful impact we could have. Well, we could probably do this with Saris.
Construction
Because they only have the garrisons from
Ready
the
to go.
barracks there, and I don't think they have that many regular units built up here, which they may, and then I'll regret what I'm saying here. But, eh. The turbo laser towers usually scare me,
Invasion commencing.
but we'll also have orbital bombardments and everything, so, let's see.
Roger that. Right away.
Inbound!
Choose your reinforcements.
Saris, some Hailfires, and Dark
Right away.
Jedi.
Maximum unit capacity. Enemy base shields up.
Form up.
Oh, the other thing that we have changed since the last few episodes is, if you remember on the Yagamina battle, I was talking about how the AI doesn't really know or can't really know in Empire at War that it's shooting into the ground. So what Dr. Knickers actually did was go in and put target bones on these buildings, so now they should aim a little higher at them, which will help mitigate that problem. It doesn't mean the AI can actually see the ground, but it's being told to shoot higher, which will help.
Sensor node constructed.
The center node there, let's get some AA, or AI.
Copy.
I'm with
We'll get our stormtroopers out this
I'll be there.
way.
Construction complete. Construction
Right out,
complete.
man.
May the force be with
Still need to switch the collection circles on some of these guys. Dark
Stay
Jedi.
close to me. May the force.
I
May the
copy.
what?
Moving to that area, sir.
You need to finish your sentences, Jedi.
I'm here.
Alright, well we still have
I
Saris.
understand.
Reporting.
For a second there I thought the Dark Jedi was Saris. I was like, did I just get Saris killed? But I didn't.
Heading out. All right, men. Load
Let
your
me
weapons.
help you. How can I help you?
I wonder. The range on these guys is pretty big.
Order acknowledged.
Skywalker here.
Can do it. Useful information.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
But yeah, the 2 HV guns,
I'm on
that's very helpful.
it. Where do you need me?
Nope, it's a trap.
Awaiting your signal.
We've secured a landing zone.
I could have swore the power gen was right here.
Reinforcement point contested.
It probably is. No, wait, no, that was actually doing something. So it can't be
Copy.
no power.
Sensor node
Yes, Commander.
constructing.
Fall out, troops.
Construction complete.
Okay, it's down here.
What's
So
the mission?
let's hold off for that.
Understood.
Sensor node constructing.
Then we can storm the base.
Construction complete. Bombing
Yes, sir.
run available.
Oh.
Skywalker reporting.
Is there anything down there that's going to be a threat to her? No. So we can send...
Transmit the order.
I am waiting. Right away.
I copy. Yes. I'm going. On my way. Be right there.
There we go.
Don't underestimate me.
Good job, Saris and Dark Jedi guy. We'll be a real Jedi someday.
I'm with you.
Hey, Dark
I'll
Jedi
be
guy,
there.
go do that.
Don't underestimate me.
Do your power slide.
Stay close to me.
Alright.
I'm here.
The enemy
There we
base
go.
You
shield is
wish.
offline.
Moving. They will know
Let me
fear.
help you.
Let's get you guys to take down that little turret there too.
Choose your
And we can bring
reinforcements.
everything else
On my
down,
way.
so...
Moving out.
At maximum
Advancing.
unit capacity.
How can I help you? As easy as bullseyeing womp rats. Skywalker here.
It's not really Skywalker, don't be
I
fooled.
am a Jedi.
He's not a Jedi.
It is about
Commander's
time.
Up, slapping it, and go destroy it.
Yes, sir. Engaging enemy.
Sounds kind of inappropriate, but it's not what I meant.
Ready.
Where do you need me? I understand.
Here they come.
Run, Luke, run. Bombardment available.
Awaiting your command.
Bombardment incoming.
Ready to go. Fire. Target acquired.
What is my next objective? They are nothing.
Orders, sir.
Didn't expect the turret to actually do that much damage to them.
Awaiting orders.
I think it's counting the base shield as being victory relevant.
We
Yeah.
are victorious.
Lost some DJs.
Planetary control achieved.
Gonna have a worse party here now, but I think hold on, let's check summary. Where is Axilla? 45 unit max, never mind.
Cruiser reporting.
Well, it's probably the most valuable. It's either that or,
Reporting.
hold on,
We're heading out.
130, yeah, so that is our most valuable planet that we're gonna get for a while. Let's do that. Tangren is gonna be exposed for a while as well, so let's get some HV guns in there.
Acknowledged.
Let's get, well, Axilla, we're gonna put our trade route on, or trade port on.
Complete.
Let's get an XQ there.
Beginning
We'll start building up the
construction.
next level of that.
Construction complete.
And we're going to go to the Kuchik hegemony
Ready to go.
fairly soon. I'd rather take Dathomir and Selagus before we go into there.
Reporting.
But maybe we can...
Construction
Let's use the Bellator. I think we got time for one more battle. Let's go in. Let's Arunda it up.
Tactical battle imminent.
The last time we're going to take Arunda. It's going to be a very anticlimactic battle for the Bellator. Just a station.
Carrot Commander here.
Choose your reinforcements.
Understood.
Alright, so we're sending in Silver
Moving to
Shadow
sector.
to...
Heading for
And we'll use everything. We'll use Firing Indication, Thunderchild in there, the generic Praetor 2. Get
We're
Relena
moving
in
out.
there. And then got Shunan's boat party.
Move out.
Incoming!
Copy. Attack.
There's still a lot of editing to the armament and some of the weapon placements for the Bellator we need to do. Right now, I think it's still using a lot of the Executor hardpoints, and we're gonna probably end up having fewer weapons, but it'll be like the duals and quads that it's supposed to have instead of the singles that the Executor has.
Report.
So the Bellator's not gonna be tossing singles at everything.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Choose your reinforcements.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
But now that we have this, I'm a bit more confident in facing the Empire of the Hand, because we can still have an SSD,
Await.
but it'll be a slightly less op cap filling SSD, because we do need a lot of fighter support and raiders if we're going to fight the Empire of the Hand with that fleet it had. Having so many bombers in their fleet, plus the Peltist, mean they're going to rip apart Kaine's shields so fast, and that's still a risk with the Bellator, but it's less of a risk, because there will be more support. Okay. So I think leave that. I want to grab a
Vehicle
probe
in
droid.
production.
Let's get
Ahead foot.
patron precursors in there,
Construction complete.
which is Entrala's Wrath for the VSD and was that the VSD? Hold on, I forget it.
Construction
We have Eternal
complete.
Judgment and Entrala's Wrath. There we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to check Nero on space. Because if we can go into Nero on space with the Kaine thing there... Uh-oh. This is going to go worse. Can't rely on a raid fleet to come and save us from this one. And our XQ is gone. Station is level 1. The New Republic is going to be a problem in this playthrough, I think. That means we get to look at the updated Home 1 more, which came out really well, I think. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that much with the base Mon Cal stuff we have. It was fairly low poly because it was designed for Sins of a Solar Empire, but Knickers was able to bring out a lot more in it.
Hypervelocity gun available. Hypervelocity cannon firing.
I think we'll get one more shot. I don't know if it'll be enough to destroy the Home 1 type here.
Hypervelocity gun available. Hypervelocity cannon
No,
firing.
it won't be.
Our space station is under attack.
But can we get
Commander,
we get one more?
Yes, Where'd he go?
Big money, no whammy.
Sir,
Oh, whammy.
where to run.
Little money, all whammy.
Draw their fire.
I'm losing.
We have been defeated.
Alright, on that note, we will leave today's episode here. The next episode will be on Friday. Then we're doing this Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So those will be next week. I am going to be gone. So from Sunday night until the following, this is all coming back around to the start of the episode, but until the Monday after, until like the 28th or 29th, I will be gone. So I'm going to be recording all those episodes at once towards the end of the week. I'm also going to be recording a few Battlefront campaign episodes if I can clear enough hard drive space to actually download the game and record some stuff. So I may get a little bit behind on either adding anyone who wants to join the fleet from our patron page, and also on comments. I'm going to try to have my phone open and respond to them. I'm going to be out of the country for a while for the week, but I'm going to still try to do my best to keep up with anything that comes up in the comments. It's just anything that comes up in the videos I won't be able to address because I won't be able to address anything in the videos because the videos will have already been recorded. But after that, after the 28th or whatever, we'll be back to normal. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you Friday. Bye.